last section, direct object pronouns. A short review. A pronoun is a word that can replace a noun or another pronoun. We've used these a lot so far. In fact, that list you see up there of subject pronouns you should be very familiar with because we've been using them since almost the first chapter. However, this list of the new ones should only be a little bit familiar. Z, S, and Z, the bottom three, you should know already, but the top one, een, is new. Een is him. You use it to replace masculine nouns that are the direct object. We're going to talk about other ones like me and stuff like that later. Right now we're only worried about things that are the direct object. So een is the new one. It's the only new one you need to memorize. Z, S, and Z are all the same as on the previous slide, where you had Z replacing feminine nouns, S for it, neuter nouns, and Z for them or plural nouns. Here are some examples. Hast du den Schlips? If I wanted to replace den Schlips, in other words, if I didn't want to say, do you have the tie? Yes, I have the tie. I can use a pronoun. I have to use the pronoun een because den Schlips is masculine and it's the direct objects. Yes, I have him. It's not yes, I have he. He doesn't make any sense. Kaufen Sie die Klamotten? Are you buying the clothing? Ja, ich kaufe sie. Yes, I am buying them. Sie you need to use to replace die Klamotten because sie is used for plurals. Jens zieht das T-Shirt an. Ich finde es spitze. Das T-shirt is neuter, so you're going to use es as a pronoun to refer to it. Always look to the gender of the noun to figure out which pronoun to use. Der, ein, dieser, masculine gender, so you're going to use er. But remember, that's only for subjects. Er cannot be used for direct objects. Die, eine, diese are all feminine, and you would use sie to replace. Das, ein, dieses would use s because it's neuter. Both sie and s doesn't matter if it's the subject or the direct object you're replacing. It's always going to be z and s. You don't need to worry about any changes. The last one, den, einen, diesen, indicate to you, signal that you might need to replace that noun with een. Een is only for direct objects that are masculine. Don't try to use it with anything else. My hint to you is to try looking at the definite or indefinite article first. That means the word right before the noun. I have them listed up above. What does that noun end in? What does that word end in? It usually signals to you what pronoun you should use, and I bolded it to show you. For example, der ends in this er, and also dieser ends in this er. It tells you, hey, whenever I replace that with a pronoun, I need to use er. Die, eine, and diese, same thing. If you notice, I bolded the e's, and in this case the IE. It kind of hints to you, use Z. Das, I bolded the S's. That hints to you to use S. And I bolded the N's here to indicate you need to use een. Always try to check that first. Now here are some examples for you to try. Replace the underlined noun with the correct pronoun. You need to use S, een, er, or z. Pause this recording now and do so. Okay, here are the answers. And I don't have a lot of time, so I'm just going to show you all of them at once. These two here, number 2 and number 3, you talking about masculine direct objects, that's why they're een. If you see einen, den, ending in n, that's why you replace it with een. This one, der Stuhl, is the subject. Der, er, that's why we used er. And these two, the first and the last one, should have been the easy ones. Das is always S, 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 and Z is always going with D, D and Z. That's the end. Thank you very much.